Fire ratings describe the way building materials, such as roofing materials, react under high heat like open flames. And there's various testings that products go through to achieve a certain rating. Those ratings are usually called Class A, Class B, or Class C. One thing that's important to remember that most buildings or roofing systems are many pieces put together. So sometimes, although a shingle could be Class A, the whole system may not be a Class A unless it's paired with a certain underlayment. So that's kind of just a disclaimer on how fire rating systems work. They're paired together. So you can't put a Class A with a Class C and the whole system becomes Class A. So that's one thing to consider, that it's a system and not just one product that prevents fires from happening. One of the key components in a fire rating test is the ignition point. So just think about drywall, for example. Drywall is going to have a very high ignition point. It's going to be very difficult for that to catch fire. While if you have wood, that's going to have a very low ignition point. So that's one of the factors that goes into testing when you're trying to figure out what is the fire rating of a certain product. Different from ignition points is fire spread. So although a product may have a very high ignition point, once it catches fire, it may spread very quickly. So that's another component of the testing that goes into fire ratings. Another thing to consider when doing fire testing to give it a rating is the VOC component, or how much smoke does it create. So in a building, it may not catch fire, but the smoke may be so high, it creates so many VOCs that it actually can be harmful and kill people inside. For Class B products, you're looking more at your engineered products, maybe like your OSB board. They're not gonna be as fire resistant as your Class A products, and they are part of the roofing system. That's why sometimes we always talk about the system, right? It's not just the product that's on top. Class C products have your lowest level of fire resistance. These are going to be your untreated wood products, basically. So most wood now in homes are treated, so they very rarely come into play. But your Class C is going to be your lowest of the three. If you have any more questions about fire rating on roofing products or your building, that's what we're here for. Please reach out to Rhoden Roofing. We're happy to help explain what different products, what class they are, and how they could affect your home and the safety of your family.